TGIF, everybody. Finally, the temperatures have mitigated a little bit. It's a little bit cooler. We have had some rain this week. Our gardens are all just sort of letting out a big sigh, and gardeners are letting out a big sigh everywhere. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing to do in your yard this weekend, because a gardener's work is never done. We all know that. So let's talk a little bit about some things you could be doing in your garden this weekend. We're going to start off by talking about the dreaded Japanese beetle. We've been hearing some reports that they're here. Certainly, it is the time of year. They usually show up around the 4th of July, and they're going to last, probably about 10 weeks, maybe to the end of August, early September, depending on what the weather does. We've got adults, which means that you want to treat your adults and not treat your lawn with herbicides. We've got several different choices here in the garden center, so stop in and you can explain what they're after, and we can help you choose the pesticide that's going to work best for the conditions that you have. Also, we're going to talk about weeding. I know that I did in the spring. I weed everything and mulch, and then I have a nice time where I have a really pristine looking garden, and then July hits, we get heat, we get rain, and we get weeds. And it's really important to keep after the weeds, because weeds can harbor diseases, they can give unwanted pests a place to hang out. So it's really something that you want to keep after. If you have an area where you have bedding plants and you don't want annual weed seeds to crop up, you can certainly use things like preen. That's a pre-emergent, and preen is going to keep weed seeds that have been floating around this summer, dandelions and that kind of thing, from germinating and coming up. You can also, we've got several spot herbicides that you can use if you've got some rougher areas that you want to tackle. Again, come into the garden center. We'd be happy to help you out. And I just want to finish by talking about the Old Brick Garden Tour is this weekend, and Friday and Saturday from 9 until 3. And you can check out their website to get instructions and information about where it is. It's on the west side of Madison, which is really exciting. And what I'm really excited about is that my house is actually on the garden tour this year. I had to beg, and I was not afraid to do it or ashamed, because it's been on my bucket list. So come to the garden center, or to the garden tour. There are 8 homes on it, some really heavy-hitting gardeners, and some beautiful yards to tour. You can get all kinds of ideas for your own gardens. And happy summer from all of us here at the Bruce Company.